No. In the face white.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, gentlemen of the press. We are members of Majlis Student Ahmadiyya, Nigeria, Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Organization. We are here for press conference in commemoration of 58th convention, annual convention, titled Ijtema in the city of Abuja. So we come here to address the press to let you know what we are here for, our activities and other things. But before we do that, we would like to introduce ourselves to you, and then we also like to you to introduce yourself to us. So to start with, I would like to introduce the number one citizen of Manitoba, Nigeria, in person of Mr. Akin. Yeah, so thank you, sir. So sitting next to him, by my right, is the Sadr administration, that is the vice president in person of Mr. Fashion Idris. Thank you very much, sir. So the next person sitting to our national president is the vice president, the national vice president for South East. His name is Mr. Bashiruddin. So we also have here some members, national members, white, and without wasting much of our time, we would like you to introduce comments. Thank you, sir.
Good morning. My name is Chief Presidential Director of the representative of the independent.
Good morning, my name is CIS I work immediately with you. So thank you very much for the introduction. So like I said earlier, we are members of MKA-NIGERIA, the umbrella unit of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. So we have more members who are around. Some of them will be joining us in the course of the program. So without wasting time, I'd like to invite the national president and President Mr. Mkan to address us.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا محمدا صلى الله عليه وسلم عبده ورسوله أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد أيها المستمعون الكرام السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, beloved viewers across all platforms where you are listening to us and viewing us, I want to say good morning to you once again. It is with utmost gratitude to Allah, the Almighty, that I extend a warm welcome to you all to this press briefing, marking an integral part of the 50th National Convention, Ijtema of MKA-NIGERIA, Nigeria, the Ahmadi Muslim Youth Organization, which shall hold between 18th and 21st April 2024 at the Government Girls Secondary School, Dutse, Abuja. The first Mkan, that is MKA-NIGERIA National Convention, was held in 1972. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Organization stands as the vibrant youth wing of the worldwide Ahmadiyya Muslim community, firmly rooted in over 206 countries globally. Here in Nigeria, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat holds the distinction of establishing the first Muslim schools, the first Muslim hospitals, and the first Muslim newspapers in the nation. Our commitment to spreading the true teachings of Islam, promoting moral training, and offering humanitarian services, and advocating peaceful coexistence among the people of all faiths had remained unwavering, seamlessly extended into the folds of our youth. Annually, the MKA-NIGERIA Nigeria MKAN gathered for our national convention, welcoming delegates from all states and local government areas across the country. This convention serves as a platform of strengthening relationships, fostering love and brotherhood amongst our youth. Moreover, it provides an opportunity to extend our hands in friendship and humanity to our own community, as espoused by the beautiful teachings of Islam. With the theme of this year's Ijtema, the theme of this year's convention is unveiling the impact of sustaining a legacy for service to humanity. This landmark event transcends mere gathering as it represents an earnest endeavor to address the challenges facing the Nigerian community today and pave the way for a brighter future. In a time where Nigeria faces multifaceted challenges ranging from socio-economic disparities to security threats and governance issues, it becomes imperative for us to reflect deeply on the significance of sustaining the legacy of service to humanity. As its core, this theme underscores the urgent need for collective action rooted in compassion, unity, and selfless service to overcome our present challenges and chart a pathway towards a more prosperous and harmonious future. The essence of sustaining a legacy of service to humanity lies in our ability to transcend individual interests and work towards the common good. It calls upon leaders at all levels to prioritize the welfare of the people they serve, fostering an environment of inclusivity, justice, and opportunity for all. We firmly believe that by embracing the values that encapsulated in this theme, selflessness, compassion, and unity, we can surmount the obstacles that hinder our nation's progress. Through the understanding and cooperation, fostering a society where every individual is valued and empowered to contribute meaningfully to the nation's development. Beloved listeners, as the Holy Quran, Surah Al-Imran, chapter 3, verse 1 and 11 states, you are the best people ever raised for the good of mankind because you have been raised to serve others. You enjoy what is good and forbid evil and believe in Allah. It is incumbent upon us to serve our Creator and in doing so, serve humanity and contribute positively to our community. In line with the ethos which is already mentioned, our convention's agenda includes a free medical outreach scheduled at the Duse Primary School, Primary and Secondary School, close to the Akibi of Duse Alaji, which shall hold on Thursday, 18th April 2024, where people would come from different backgrounds, people of different faiths, to come and enjoy free medical outreach. And this has been part of what we do every year. And because of this Ijtema that we are doing in Mkan, we are taking it to this particular venue here mentioned, which is a family in secondary school. A road procession shall also hold on Saturday, 28th April 2024. This is to educate the populace on true teachings of Islam, promoting peace, tolerance, and showcasing the level of our commitment to the national development. There will be a community development service as we engage on maintenance of a major road building. The 58th annual Magistrate Ahmadiyya in Mkan promises to be an unforgettable event, replete with a plethora of educational, sporting, and intellectual activities. These include speech contest, running competition, quiz competition, method delivery, athletics, football, table tennis, wrestling, and etc. Attendees of the Ijtema can participate and engage including lectures to be delivered by our esteemed scholar, covering topics that are pertinent to the field. Furthermore, sporting activities have been incorporated to not only showcase talent but also foster camaraderie and promote a healthy lifestyle, recognizing the intrinsic connection between physical well-being and judicial development. Of course, there will also be a symposium which is scheduled to hold on Saturday, 28th of April 2024 at the D-Day Entertainment Center, very close to the Duse Police signboard junction, Duse along Wari Road, Abuja. At this symposium shall witness the presence of esteemed dignitaries, including the Royal Father of the Day, His Royal Highness Alhaji Awal Musa Ichakoro II, Emir of Wari Abuja, His Excellency, the other respected individuals who are the leaders of the country, include His Excellency Distinguished Senator Godswill Akpabio, the
Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Right Honorable Tajudeen Abbas, the Speaker of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, of the Federal House of Representatives of Nigeria, the Executive Governor of Federal State, His Excellency Alhaji Engineer Azubile. Also, His Excellency Madam Nuhu Ribadu, who is the National Security Advisor. And of course, the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, and of course, Dr. the Minister of State, Honorable Ayodele Olawale, the Minister for Youth, for State, for Youth Development, Distinguished Senator Solomon Olamilekan Adeolayayi, the Chairman Senate Appropriation Committee, and of course, Senator Yemi Adaramoto, the Chairman, State Committee on Youth Development, and also Honorable Abiodun Isaac Akilade, Chairman of the Committee on Aviation and Aerospace Technology. Of course, we have also invited Honorable Abiodun Isaac Akilade, Chairman, Housing Committee, and also the Chief Public Staff, also Honorable Martins Eshi, Chairman, House Committee on Youth Development, also Honorable Asikon Sunday, the Special Advisor to the President on Student Matters, Honorable Brian Ule Olaiwa, Special Advisor to the President of the National Assembly Matters, is also invited. Honorable Titi Bakere, also the Special Advisor to the President on Youth Development, Youth Initiative, and Volunteering, and other distinguished and significant personalities are also invited. The symposium will be decided over by the national head of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat of Nigeria, respected Alhaj Barrister Alatoye Fọlọ́runṣọ́ Abdulaziz Said. The presence of our esteemed guests and our respected Amir will not only amplify the significance of this convention, but also stand as a testament to our commitment to fostering interfaith and inter-community relations. And of course, the Ijtema is an inclusive event welcoming individuals interested in promoting peace, spirituality, and unity, and that it serves as a unique platform for attendees to connect, share experiences, and learn from one another. Another highlight of the Ijtema is the presentation of awards of excellence to the serving states and districts of the Madis, and of course, academic excellence based on the performances recorded between last convention held in 2023 in Ondo State to date that we are holding another one that inshallah. Lastly, we extend a perfect invitation to members of the press and the general public to join us in this prestigious event and contribute to the propagation of its key messages of peace, kindness, unity, and the pursuit of knowledge. Thank you all for your attention. Long live Majlis Ulama Ahmadiyya Nigeria. Long live Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat of Nigeria. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much for the address. So, I just like to entertain questions from our guests. I think we want to take questions as well as members of the
Thank you very much for that. Actually, the lot of activities in our world. If you look about what we want to achieve, everything for passion and selflessness. We also know that, but we also show that the something and show the activities in small and other things. Being, from achieving what we want to be, not what seeing in the program. We try to know whether we are also thinking about we have identified, especially practices from the other dominant states, to actually give awards for the purpose of the unit that we have actually created. It's nice to see that maybe you're giving an award to a very big man of God on the other side. You know, to show that they can't cover that you want to preach during that organization. So I don't really have that plan. I also want to know what you will tell me about the purpose of the leaders. You have used the as propagating false moderation of the movie. The movie of the what
Take more questions.
I wanted to find out because sometimes have been misconstrued in the past. How do we get to manage the communication of the essence of the concession? Sometimes we don't do to Arabia, where some people how do you intend to use this to say something different from this is not a call for Islamization, but it's a call for Christians to become tolerance. You understand? But it's a way of concept we are tolerant. We also should support the message that we preach. How do we manage that? On the part of the what you want to say, Islam, the religion was never a problem, especially in Nigeria until unity was introduced into religion. So, I need to do that after that.
Are your goals? Like, for instance, nations about security problems. What kind of advice? What can we help you with? So, I think we'll let our president justice the questions.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. Distinguished gentlemen of the press. I have 4 important questions as asked by our respected and distinguished members of the press here. And I'll take them one after the other. The first is if we have a program to award people. The first thing is that first, we do not have that plan here at this convention in terms of giving award. So because we have to be sincere. However, in every Ijtema that we do, including this year's one, we have invited teams, different countries, I think about 3 different countries here in Abuja. We sent mail to them, and I think 1 or 2 of them responded to raise our Ijtema. So we actually preach peaceful coexistence and also preach religious tolerance. And part of what we do to actually show this, because not limited to this Ijtema, we have several other programs that we do. For instance, one major thing that I've mentioned is that the Ahmadiyya community globally and even in Nigeria, we do organize peace conference. We do organize peace conference on the yearly basis of biannual, so that at this peace conference, we will invite people of other faiths, Muslim, non-Muslim alike, not limited to the Christians alone. So we invite people to come and listen to us to the teaching of Islam. In fact, Islam is that religion that embraces religious tolerance. And for anyone who has any misconception about Islam, particularly in the media or anywhere in the world, about Islam as a terrorist religion, we try to talk to them and no, that's not what Islam is. That is why the Prophet Muhammad was in Mecca for 30 years, even though he faced different persecutions. He did not do any form of attack until Allah commanded him to leave Mecca to Medina. Because when he got to Medina, that people, the disbelievers of Mecca now wanted to attack him again. That Allah now permitted him to fight in defense. Because at that time, that is the message that we pass to all people, either they are Muslim or non-Muslim. So that to tell them that Islam is a religion of peace, and in no way should we engage in any form of attack. Even at the time, the worldwide head of Ramadan Muslim community, His Holiness Hazrat Isa Asur Ahmad, is the fifth Khalifa of the holy founder of the Ahmadiyya community, Hazrat Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salam. He has always preached that in any community, any nation where we have Ahmadiyya community, even as we are members of the Ahmadiyya community, we face persecutions. What he always tell us is to pray to Almighty God. He will never advise us to attack, even at the time when we are being attacked. So that's the duty of Islam. Because Allah wants us to embrace Islam and of course tell people, preach it with right words and engage people beautifully, not in a way to attack them. So in fact, to invite prominent members of the non-Muslim, the other faithful people, we actually do that. To actually mention that, which I also answer as part of the question that's related to how we can maintain insecurity. Let me also mention that our relationship with the non-Muslim in Nigeria, particularly 2 years ago, when there was a massacre in 2022, we mobilized our brothers, the youth members of the Ahmadiyya community, from various towns in Ondo State. You remember that the massacre that happened to a church, and the people that were there, despite that we are Muslims, we sent our brothers there because part of our service to humanity is to engage in voluntary blood donation. And when we do voluntary blood donation, we don't expect any guy from anybody. We do it for the sake of Allah, for the sake of we want to reward from Allah. We do it, Allah says, those that do it, what we call it, we do not expect people that will do it for to say, thank you, Ahmadiyya community, thank you, Majlis. We do it to earn reward from Allah. We do it to earn the pleasure of Allah. Because we believe that regardless of what happens, the first thing that we must do is that we must remember that we are humans. Then we now talk about religion. So if we place religion over humanity, then there will be a problem. Ahmadiyya Muslim community puts humanity first. In fact, in Ahmadiyya, you can Google it across the world. We have a system that we call humanity first. This humanity first, they engage in medical, in free medical support to rural areas. We have places where there is no water at all. They are very far from where there is water. They dig borehole for them, they build schools for them, and then when that happens, the people that will benefit from the borehole, they will not be only members of the Muslim or the Ahmadiyya community. It will be for the entire people. That is what we place for. So we always respect people of other faiths and we collaborate with them. And lastly, at this conference that I mentioned just now, we give award to the Christian faithful and other people of other faiths. But at this Ijtema that we are holding this time, because these two peace conference that we usually hold, they are always specifically to speak about religious tolerance and peaceful coexistence. That's where we give the award. But to be very sincere, at this time, we did not plan to give any award to any Christian faithful or any other religion at this Ijtema. But in our annual conferences or peace conference, we do that definitely. And in fact, the Ahmadiyya Worldwide Fair, if you can Google it, you can check alislam.org. You can check alislam.org. You will see different times that the Ahmadiyya community has engaged in peaceful coexistence.
And of course, the Khalifatul Masih has given award to several people of other faiths that are not Muslims. Yes, so and lastly, some of our members in the Ramadan community engage in the program that Cardinal John Onoyeko that he established. And we have several members of our community that also participate in this program. That is actually to show that we align with what we preach. And the number two is that the political class using the use of forgery or any form of violence. Let me mention that for anyone who calls on any youth to say, oh, engage in violence, engage in any form of attack, engage in any form of forgery, for that political person to get whatever he wants to get. The right question the youth, that particular person should ask is if the politician can allow him to marry his daughter. If there is a politician who is using any youth or any reasonable youth, that youth ask the politician, can you give hand of your daughter for me to marry? So if that is possible, then that politician will not love you. That means the message he or she is sending you to do to gain whatever you want to achieve. That means he wants to continue even after he must have married his child or his daughter rather. So this actually pleases. It requires that even if there is a political class who wants to use the youth must also apply their senses. That okay, if I go on this outing, what if I do not return? So eventually if you do not return, the politician that have sent you will call another person to continue the talking or any form of violence to gain whatever political status he or she wants in the society. So that is actually for the youth. And of course, to the politicians, they must know that the youth are the backbone of any nation. So if you engage in violence or any form of robbery, any form of attack, and you kill the youth, you kill their mentality, they will not grow to become leaders of tomorrow, expected of them. So this is very important to ensure that the political class also helps the youth to grow. And in doing what? To empower them with knowledge, to empower them with proper skills, acquisition, and training, empower them with intellectual capacity and human capacity that can make them grow. There is no nation, particularly developed nation, that grew because of thuggery. And then people now say, oh, this nation is doing well. In as much as that politician loves Nigeria, as he claims that he wants to serve Nigeria, then that person must ensure that the youth are well utilized for the good of the national development. So, and to actually say that the Managed Nigeria, one of the very important yearly programs that we do is what we call Stop the Crime Campaign. And this Stop the Crime Campaign, I will use that one to answer the question that one of our respected representative of the media asked, that what is that thing that we are doing to actually public security in Nigeria. For our own part, particularly using our own organization as a case study, what we do is to engage the Nigerian public on stopping crime. And we have started this Stop the Crime campaign since 2016. We started that time to commemorate the establishment of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat in Nigeria. Because Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat Nigeria was established in 1916. So in 2016, it was 100 years. And as a result of that, we had a lot of programs that we used to commemorate it. Part of it is Stop the Crime campaign, which we have continually been engaging or doing since 2016. So we look at any very important matter to discuss, particularly that is very, very germane in our society. Last year, we usually do the program at the first quarter of every year. Where we voted for the aspirant or contestant of the Nigerian president. So at that time, when we the Stop the Crime campaign, we talk to everybody, we communicated, we meet. What we are talking about is about family issues by not abusing anyone's partner, domestic violence, anyone's partner in any home. Because we believe that if there is domestic violence or there this is what we are doing to ensure that we promote peace, we promote all forms of efforts to ensure that we stop the crime, and we also work with the security agencies. Particularly, we work with security agencies, Nigerian police, even the DSS, and the civil defense, and so many other of them. So to ensure that we collaborate, to share their burden, to actually assist them, because we know that the government cannot do it alone. And as a youth organization, this is part of what we are doing, and we have been very consistent on a daily basis. In fact, gentlemen of press, I want to assure you that if you need reports of annual Stop the Crime campaign that have been since 2016, we can make them available to you. For you to see that we are very consistent, and some of them are verifiable in different states of the country, and even on social media where you can see our activities. And the third question is the road possession, how we want to control it. Thank you very much for this brilliant question. Definitely, our road possession is, like I mentioned in the press statement, that it is to be used to propagate Islam and promote Islam as a peaceful religion. In fact, some of our brothers will carry placards that will display Islam as a peaceful religion. And then, it is not enough to go out there and do that. It is important that we inform the security agencies. In the month of February, personally, myself and the team, we met with the Commissioner of Police here in Abuja. The CP was met and we informed him of this program. And it is part of our plan to also meet with him the next 2 days to reiterate our position and some of the programs that we've highlighted. We know the Commissioner of Police here in Abuja is doing very good job, tremendous work, so much that I learned that he also was awarded yesterday by the IGP. I think he and the CP of Delta State were the 2 CPs that were awarded yesterday. So this actually shows the commitment that the Nigerian police is making among other security agencies to ensure that we maintain peace. So if we are coming out with our own possession, it is to actually communicate to the public that we are a peaceful community, we are a youth organization that is peaceful. And as a result of that, people should listen to us that Islam is a God of peace. And we are doing possession not to instigate any form of violence. And part of what we are doing, like I mentioned, is to meet with the Commissioner of Police, to also meet with the civil defense, and some of them will also the Nigerian police, members of the Nigerian police, members of civil defense, and even possibly the DSS will also be part of our possession. And definitely the FRS, because we will likely be injuring the traffic. And when we finish the press conference, we have a plan to meet with the leadership of the Federal State Court Commission in Nigeria, in Abuja, in the next few days. So just to avoid them and to ensure that we want to collaborate with them, and the possession will definitely be in a form of peace. Let me also mention that part of what we do is Right for Peace. Right for Peace is an activity that we do yearly that we also started in 2016 to commemorate the establishment of Ahmadiyya community since 1916. Remember, I mentioned that the century of establishment of Ahmadiyya community clocked in 2016. Part of what we did was the Right for Peace. The Right for Peace we have been doing consistently since 2016 to commemorate to actually affirm the truth that the Ahmadiyya community is of peace. We preach it, we act it, and we let it show in everything that we do. So in this one, people will engage in cycling. We invite people of other faiths to also join us. We have always had people like Christians particularly to join us in riding with us, and they have their views about the Ahmadiyya community as a very peaceful organization. And that is where the youth wing of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, the Ijtema Ahmadiyya, comes from, which we always promote and establish at every point in time. And lastly on that question, the National Youth Council of Nigeria, which is a body that is recognized very well by the Ministry of Youth in Nigeria, by the Federal Government of Nigeria, Ministry of Youth, is also in line with what we do. And then the leadership of the NYCN will definitely be part of our programs. And then we also always invite them. Particularly last year, I remember that because we had the Ijtema, the National Convention in Owo last year, we invited a number of them, but the president sent the vice president Southwest. I remember he sent him, and also the national program of the NYCN was also present. For you to know this, that we are very committed to peaceful coexistence and work in line with the government. Today, we have some members of the Ahmadiyya community, particularly Sudan, who are officers in the National Youth Council of Nigeria in different capacities. We have among them who are state officers, like state president or state officers. Some of them are officers at local branches. This is actually to work in tandem with the goals and objectives of the federal government. There's no way NYC will do something, the National Council of Nigeria, against the government. And then if they are not doing anything against government, definitely we will support them to say, okay, this is the direction the government wants us to go. Because the instruction of Allah in the Holy Quran is that we must obey him. We must obey the Prophet and also the people in authority. So we must respect our country, we must love our country, and we must obey our leaders. That is part of the matter that we are doing as a voluntary youth uniform organization. And lastly, what can the government do to maintain peace using Mkan, MKA-NIGERIA? Let me mention that as a youth organization, we are making every effort to ensure that we work with the government very closely. This Ijtema that we are bringing to Abuja this time around, because it's a golden jubilee, it is very important that we come to Abuja. Coming to Abuja is actually to make a statement that truly we are Nigerians. And then we want to show the people of Abuja and other places, other cities, states in Nigeria, that we are very committed to making peace and work in line with the government. We see the effort the government is making. They are making tremendous effort. And particularly when you look at what is happening in Abuja and what was happening in some months back, you see that there has been kind of orderliness and law of the land. And we want to collaborate with the government. So let me mention that we are very open to the government, to the federal government of Nigeria, to work in line with their vision in whatever objective they have set to maintain peace. But one thing that is important overall is that for any place, for any region, for anyone who seeks justice, we must ensure that we maintain justice as leaders. Justice, we as an organization, we do not seek for any secession. We believe in one Nigeria. We believe in a Nigeria that is set up that does not say, I want to distinguish that this one is Yoruba, this one is Igbo, this one is Hausa, this one is Tiv. We do not believe in that. We believe in one Nigeria. This one is, we do not believe in the celebration of our religion. And that's why we not make use of our diversity as a problem to ourselves, either on religion or ethnicity. We must say that either you are a Muslim or you are a non-Muslim, either you are a Christian, you are a non-Christian, we must have equal opportunity. Either you are a Yoruba, you are an Hausa, you are Igbo, we must have equal opportunity. And that is what our leaders must promote. And it must also be promoted in the mentality of all Nigerians, so that even if it is not a governmental opportunity, if it is an individual opportunity, you will not look at my faith and say, because you get tribal man, I will not give it to you. You will not look at my faith and say, oh, you are from Igbo land, I will not give it to you. In as much as I merited it, in as much as I deserve it, you must give it to me because I deserve it. And that is what will promote us, particularly in our diversity. I think I've been able to answer some of these questions. Thank you very much. And lastly, it is important that the country, as a nation, the political class, the federal government of Nigeria gives proper attention to the youth, because we believe with our motto that says that nations cannot be reformed except with the reformation of the youth. I take it again. Nations cannot be reformed except with the reformation of the youth. It is only by reforming the youth that we can have a better Nigeria, a future that is rich in people and prosperity. I pray God Almighty bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the President, and also sincerely appreciate distinguished members of the press, investors, and others. So, but while the President was giving his address, we have one president and what's the so we'd like to introduce him. We want to take it ask this question. So, the whole position of the ongoing the position of the establishes and the response to
Okay, thank you very much, the gentleman of the press who asked the question. I believe that the questions that were asked, the two, they are very related. They are very related. What is happening or what has been happening in Gaza, and of course, the recent problems we are facing on the Iran, Israel, and other top leaders of the world engaging in this. Let me mention that first, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community is a peaceful organization worldwide, and then our motto worldwide is love for all, hatred for none. Globally, that's our motto: love for all, hatred for none. We believe that some of these things that are happening, they are for political reasons, and it is important that when you want to gain political power, what you do is to actually hijack territory or hijack resources. Resources can be intellectual, can be land, or any other thing, whereby people say, "Oh, you are the owner of this, you are the custodian of this and that." This is exactly what is happening, and that is why in no way we should marry what is happening either at Iran versus Israel or at Palestine versus Israel or what have you to religion. That's number one. It is not in any way a religious crisis. It's not in any way a religious cause. It's about resources. It's about claiming political status. Now, because when you look at it, people that engage in it, they are different religions. They are not of the same religion, but some of them want to hijack certain resources or have certain political stand, to say we want to control the world. And let me mention that the response, the very short response, because of our time, to this is for whatever information that we need on this, because it's not something I can mention all down. We can provide for you the messages of the Khalifa Masih, the worldwide head of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. The Khalifa Masih, the fifth Khalifa of the Ahmadiyya community, has been to different places to preach peace several years before this now. Now, the Khalifa Masih went to the US Congress. He has met in the British Parliament and so many other places. He has written many world leaders for us to make every effort to maintain justice and peace, and by so doing to avert particularly the Third World War. And because the Khalifa Masih means that he knows that this particular thing is very, very imminent and it will likely happen. But it is something that we can prevent
if we bury all our egos. So this is what is very important. The information of what Albert Masi has said about what is happening in Gaza or even in Iran is what we can have access to. Like I mentioned, we can go to alislam.org. It is there. ALISLMA.org. You see it is our global website. And of course, we have www.pressahmadiyya.org. On these two resources, you can see so many things that Ahmadiyya community has said about what is happening now. In fact, many of our past leaders have mentioned certain things. They are bringing to the world leaders. We must bury our egos and whatever we might think that the superiority that we think we have over other people. Because some people believe that, oh, we should control the world because we want to have resources, we want to have that height of political class that we want, so that people, the world at large will be respecting us. The very clear instruction and in fact of the Khalifa Masi and the past Khulafa who have passed away before the Khalifa Masi currently that we have, the Allah is ever, the man as a Khalifa, are there for us to actually see. That's why I started those two resources, alislam.org and pressahmadiyya.com, for us to see. Because we know that from every time, every point in time, the Khalifa Masi will always continue to talk about this matter. And always, as those issues are very, very germane to the world now, Khalifa Masi spoke to it on last Friday. In fact, he told to us that the third World War seems to have started. And eventually, on the following day, it was reported that Iran sent some missiles to Israel as a reprisal attack for what happened to them and the attack they had the embassy in Syria. So this is what should not happen. What happened at the first instance should not happen. So that the third law of motion, as stated by security, that for every action there will be a reaction, would not happen. Because everybody believes that he has what it takes to fight back. So we must avoid fight, we must avoid injustice, but maintain peace, love, and other things. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the wonderful response to the questions. We like to use this opportunity to appreciate the members of the press for honoring our invitation for this press conference. We appreciate you. We look forward to having you at our convention, at our symposium. And it's going to be holding on the 20th of April. Sorry, 20th of
Saturday.
So we'd like to end this session with the photograph.
That's right.